playing this one safe. They're making sure he gets the last few hits in. Those
Wait
melees are gone.
For another shot. Yep.
Sliced out, a good hit. Actually, this could definitely be a kill coming in, and there it is. Link with the flash and the hit up, but they're going to be still going to the bottom lane. Zuna's trying to reactivate some gold in the favor of CLG. A very nice hook indeed from Zuna. Looks like they're going to pick up the kill for Nick Wu in the jungle. Yep.
Maybe coming in for a gank on Benny, but these with the full rage bar on Benny and an ignite. If Dexter goes in the wrong area, he would kill himself.
He just used that full. He's only got half of it, so he can either stun somebody up or get some of that health back, but he goes for the flash in the E to get out, but it's going to be the kill. They return it. Very nice, but it's not going to be the buff transfer.
Brush control down. I do want to point out the Spirit of the Other Lizard is completed onto Kha'Zix. That gives him some tremendous buff control, but let's check out this gank on the turret.
Oh, Link is reading this one nicely. The wild growth on in the end, and that's not what he wanted. The turret shot takes one down. It's still sniping out Nick Wu, and they get a double help from the turret.
Come help me in the lane, and that's exactly what he did.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Dexter's not in a good spot right now. A few shots from him on one side, a few shots on the other side. Oh,
sticky move.
Wait a minute! He puts on the events. Can he do it again? Don't walk through the other side. Oh, it's all right. He goes down. Alpha Moon not in such a good spot, but he finds Link on the other side. It looks like the buddy system could keep them safe here.
Not to mention just how interesting it is having Caitlyn with Lulu in team fights. There's a gank mid, though.
Yeah, they bait this one in. They knew he would stay. ManCloud's a little too close on the backside, forcing the flash here. That didn't go exactly how they expected. Well, maybe we're turning over new lead.
Well, a lot of news had came out by XDG's struggles, but there's an off bottom lane.
On to Zuna. They're trying to take out the support. Smithy stands there knowing he can take a few shots before they turn onto him.
Basically.
Right. Well, they look for the aggression from Benny early and Karthus late game. So it works out a little bit, but if they don't get anything from either of those champions, then you're just kind of up the river without a paddle, or you're facing a Kha'Zix and a Leona at the same time. That's not going to be good for Zuna. He goes down, and the top lane still getting aggression. Nien has to be careful. He can't get too close to that turret with the Sunfire on, but he can with a wild growth. Requiem not going to do too much here, but give a tickle as the double kill comes in for Link. And we'll see if they can get themselves in the right spot. Right now, this is quite a do-si-do from both teams, and they don't seem to want too much as we see XDG really backing off. And
well, there's the initiation.
Leaving Zuna out in the front, they had to think that that was going to happen.
Yeah, that was another miscommunication by XDG right there, and the fight continues.
The resets to come in possibly for Dexter here. He gets one for himself, and he gets wild growth on as well. CLG is feeling very confident in these fights and not trying to push too much. Smithy, he tries to get himself out sneakily. You can see him kind of just holding true. He's going to go down valiantly. Yeah,
Dexter had hit level 11 as well, so he got to jump around everything in the favor of CLG.
After his quick dragon mishap, didn't seem to affect his mind game too much. Nick Wu definitely getting into that fight mentality. Says, let's go 3v1, guys. What do you got for me? To get the slow down, no red buff to come from anybody on this one. And he gets a nice lantern away from the Zenith Blade. Oh, he gets him.
Wow.
Damage back on the fountain.
Baron
everybody
control.
Hell here.
Kha'Zix kills Baron so fast with those isolated Qs, and Link is really just holding off the rest of the team. Nick Wu uses the Vault Breaker to get it. He'd have to flash for a potential steal. There it is.
No, they're not going to get it. It goes to Dexter. He gets a nice smite down. A Solar Flare hits 2 again, and they instantly wipe that out. It's something XDG had to try for.
Yeah.
A lot of things today have been done by the textbook, and CLG's making this look like one of those days. Benny forced to flash out. A very nice Solar Flare once again. Aphromoo trying to get himself into the fight. Or not Solar Flare there, but getting himself in. ManCloud is going to be the one. He's forced to zombie himself in and out of this fight. As Smithy goes to safety, the Requiem, is it going to be enough for anyone? No, it will not.
Yeah, and the Baron regen going to try and take him up. Nick Wu, I don't think you can do anything right here, man.
Not looking good. Had a great early game on that Vi. Got a few ganks in for his team, but everything has just gone from there as CLG figured out how XDG was playing and exactly what they were bringing to the table.
Yeah, they do have to fall back because Dexter is gone.
There's the barrier onto double lift. He still or does not have that red buff. He does not, so he is going to be forced to go down in this one because he can't get out. Aphromoo is doing what he can. They still have Baron buff on a few. And it looks like Aphromoo is going to get a little bit of help here from Link, but I think you should just let him go.
Yeah, there is a pretty angry Shyvana behind them, trying to get some damage
No way. Nien coming out of nowhere here, but he might have got himself in a bad situation. Link from the side. They're just toying with XDG in mid.
The ultimate will be back up very shortly for Aphromoo. They're going to continue.
He dies by the Smithy. There's Nick Wu. It's one after the other. Aphromoo picks himself up a kill. Dexter flies back into the fight. Another kill coming in. Looking at Benny now. It could be the kill onto the Croc. And it's going to be a few isolated Qs, a few hits from here and there. Nien with some flame breath, a whole bunch of elements, and a 20-4 score.
Yeah, that looks like pretty much the end of the game.
Yeah.
Unless XDG is wanting to play this one out and take a bit more punishment. That fight went on for so long. Or XDG's like haphazard counter engage. The Dexter was all the way back in the base and then came back for that fight.
That's going to be it, 20-4. CLG, you know, we talked about a lot about consistency this weekend, and they have methodically dismantled their opponents consistently.